Hey, what's going on YouTube channel? This is Taurus Downey, and this is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. All right, today we're gonna be watching some Crimson Cure, guys. Folks, this lady's a good commentator about a lot of things. I'm subscribed to her channel myself, so she's gonna tell us today. She's saying the real reason why black women like bad boys, but I'm hoping that I'm thinking that she's gonna be explaining why women like bad boys. She talking more about black girls, but some of it I think is gonna probably put into play other stuff. So we're gonna get into this. Before we do that, y'all don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. If y'all think the channel's doing a good job, y'all can also hit that little 3 thing down there, and I think they got like super thanks and all that stuff and other little stuff you can do right there. Y'all can check that out too. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share though. That's what's really helping the channel. I'm at 625 subscribers right now. I'm on my way to 650, so I'm hoping to get a lot of help with that. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna find out the real reason why women like bad boys, because I want to hear what a woman has to say. This from a woman's perspective. So we're gonna go ahead and let the Crimson Cure talk about this, and then I get into some more stuff in the end of this video. So let's roll.
Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am, of course, your host, the Crimson Cure, and as usual, we're just going to jump right into the topic. So we can see the title of this, the real reason why black women like bad boys. Okay, and this is kind of, we have crazy Uber stories, although this one wasn't crazy. I had a rider, a black man, and he was telling me about his children. He has 2 children by 2 different women. And the oldest one, who has a daughter with him, has decided that he's not going to see her. He said he hasn't seen his daughter in a year. And he was kind of telling me the story a little bit of their meeting. He said it was, his daughter, I think he said about 11 years old. So this was 11 years ago. She was older than him, about 8 years, which today makes her my age. And said that when she got with him, he was in the street, young dude, slanging, selling drugs, hustling, doing the whole street thing, right? And he was giving her, just all kinds of money, and everything. And then he said once she got pregnant and had their daughter, he decided that, I shouldn't be in the streets like this. And because anything can happen, the streets was getting hot, and let me go ahead and pull some other stuff out of the mud. So he said what he did was he went into a career. He didn't go into what. And it took him a while to sort of make that transition. So when he wasn't hustling, he wasn't able to give her the amount of money that he was able to give her before. Now that doesn't mean he didn't.
Red flag. I tell guys all the time on my channel. Whatever you're doing, if that junk stops, you're gonna start having problems. So she just said some of that too. She's getting on that now. So let's go ahead and listen to the rest of the story.
Provide for her and the new child. He said he was able to do that. It just wasn't this extra like he had when he was hustling.
Right.
And he said it took him a while to get to a point where he was making more money doing what he was doing than hustling. But in the meantime, she didn't want to stay with him. She didn't like that he had switched over into more productive work that wasn't in the street, and he wasn't able to give her the money that was associated with him hustling and being in the street.
I just said it. Well, it even came out of her mouth. But we should all know this is guys. But let's roll on.
And that made me think about, because that is definitely not the first time that I've heard that. I've heard men talk about it, and at times I've heard women candidly talk to each other about similar situations. And here's the deal. The real reason why black women like bad boys isn't just because he's a so-called Pookie.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't just because of that. It isn't necessarily about how he treats her versus how a man that isn't in the street is treating her. It isn't about all of these other things that sometimes we say it's about. What it's really about is...
Okay, because I want to see what it's really about, because I always thought just because, okay, you like Pookie ass dudes. But let's see what the sister got to say. Because most times she drops something, she got some facts. So I'm going to see what she's going to say.
She's addicted to the lack of a value system or the chaos inherent in knowing you need one but don't have one. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that. What she likes, what she's attracted to is the lack of a value system or the chaos that is inherent in needing a value system and not having one. Because what that young man expressed to me was that he changed his value system and he brought his own life into more order. It stopped being so chaotic, because being in the street is a chaos in and of itself, which is why it ends badly so many times, because not a lot of good, clear decisions are being made from a leadership standpoint and from a system, order, and structure standpoint.
Okay, I'm starting to see some of what she's saying, and I want to interject something real quick. This is why when you had that Russell Wilson and Sierra situation, a lot of guys were saying she doesn't want this guy for real. Now, maybe she changed, but at one point she was addicted to this fast lifestyle and other thing that the Crimson Cure is talking about right now, which is what had her with Future. I don't know if everybody else is seeing how that's going, but if you see that's going that way, y'all drop in the comments, let me know. But we're gonna go ahead and go with that one, but because she's changing some of my mind here, so let's roll.
And this is how a lot of our men get caught up and get incarcerated, because being in the street is a chaotic thing. It's always something happening. It's always, you never know what's going to happen next. You know, you could be somewhere chilling and somebody bend the block and spray it, you know, and that type of stuff. You're always constantly looking over your shoulder, looking up, you know, maybe there's danger, maybe there's not. We just had a situation where the 7-year-old got shot a few weeks ago and killed, and then her father, it was because her father was in the street and he had people who was gunning for him, literally. And, you know, they caught him up and didn't care that he had his child with him. Mm-hmm. So it's that type of stuff. It's living on the edge. It's living in the danger. It's living in, you know, that sort of chaos. Even when the woman doesn't like necessarily the danger that's inherent in it, what she does like is the chaos that's there. And she likes the chaos that's there because she resonates with it.
Okay. Back with that Sierra thing, okay? Because a lot of times when guys see women, and I'm using her because she's a high profile thing, people know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm talking about when I start talking about that girl. But at one point, she was addicted to this stuff that this lady's talking about now. I'm starting to see this for this point she's saying. So she liked those things at some point, and that's why she was living that life. A lot of guys get confused when they're trying to tell women that you can do better, you can do better. Sometimes guys will be trying to talk women out of this jump. You can do better, you can do better. But what this woman is saying is that she's addicted to a certain lifestyle, and that makes sense. That means that's why you can't talk them out of it, because they like the lifestyle. Not the bad stuff that goes with it, but the lifestyle itself. Let's roll.
All right? She resonates with that chaos. So therefore, there's no order, there's no value system here that says we can't do this and we have to find a different way and a better way to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So ladies, I need for you to understand why you are attracted to these kinds of men, these what I call F-19s, which is just a real cute way for me to say F ninja. For those of you who don't know what an F-19 is, okay, this is why you're attracted to those men. He's living a fast life and, you know, he has money and things of that nature. And that's part of it. That's part of it. That's definitely part of it. Mm-hmm. but you're also attracted to him because he doesn't have a good value system. He doesn't have a value system that has order to it, that has some system to it, that has a structure to it. He lives a life in chaos, which is basically living it in feminine energy to a certain degree. Now, I'm not saying he's effeminate, but chaos in and of itself is a feminine energy, it's part of it. And you like him because you like the chaos. You don't want any order. You don't want any value system. Even if you think you might need one, you like being in a situation where things can go haywire in a moment's notice. Yeah. And then nobody can really check you, and nobody can really make sure that you're doing anything that you've got to do. That's why you like the so-called bad boy.
No rules, no accountability. I think that's what this woman is saying. Because most times when you meet women in these situations, they don't have any kind of accountability for themselves. But we'll let this keep rolling. Y'all drop the comments and let me know what y'all be thinking about that.
It's not that he's cooler. It's not that he looks better. See, all of that is just a superficial. That's the smoke screen. That's the cap. Mm-hmm. Because there are plenty of men who have careers who are just as smooth, charming, debonair, suave. They're not in the street. They're handsome. They know what's going on. They got their masculinity intact. They got their stuff in order. And they're not living by the seat of their pants and yelling YOLO and all of this other type of stuff. They're not doing that. So
now, this is the truth. And this is why you got a lot of guys, I guess, on the internet and stuff that are upset. Because there's a big group of women who like this chaos. And you can't really do anything with that, which is the truth. Let's roll on.
So it's not that. You're attracted to the chaos in your life, and you're attracted to the chaos in his life. You like the chaos of his life. You like the arguing and the going back and forth. You like not having any leadership. You like not having any structure. And the only time you get tired of that is when you're older and your biology demands something else. Your female nature demands system, order, and structure. It demands a leadership.
Now, I think she's talking about this women hit the wall at 40 thing right now. I think that's what she's talking about right now. Yeah, you get older, and then biologically, you just can't do it no more. So it kind of pushes you into okay. We learned a lot here today, guys. That's what the channel's about. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. If y'all think this is good, drop down there. Hit little 3 buttons and super tip. Do something super things. Let me know what the good videos are. You can do that by leaving a tip, or you can do that by hitting the likes. And the likes is a lot cheaper for you, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll.
It demands it. And then you want to get somewhere and cry about, where all the men are at that lead. You didn't want a man that led. You wanted a man that was just as chaotic as you were. And he allowed you to be. Because he didn't have a way of not being chaotic himself. So you actively avoided men that actually had leadership qualities, even if you liked him, even if you were really attracted to him.
Wow.
But he ended up having a value system that was worth something. That put things in order. In true order. Not chaos disguised as order.
She's hitting the nail on the head now for me with a couple of women that I've known back in the days. And it wasn't that we couldn't work. It's just that this broad wanted to stay in the street. This broad still wanted to have a doggone chaotic lifestyle, and I wasn't going to do that. So that put them with certain guys. That was like, I see what that do, but she wouldn't got with her own kind. Basically, this is what this lady's explaining right now. She like chaos. She's gonna stay with chaos. And if you got any structure to you, that's gonna be a problem. So I'm getting to understanding this myself right now. I'm growing some myself right here. Let's roll on.
Okay? So I need every woman within the sound of my voice to get clear. on why she's with these so-called bad boys. You have to get clear, ladies, on why you're with these types of men, these F-19s. Why are you so attracted to flying on F-19 airlines?
Hey, and guys, if y'all heard that, what she said, hit that like button, because that's going to help to push this out, and more women will probably watch it too. They do need to understand that. We don't need to understand it, but hey.
Okay, it ain't just the cheap rates of the flight. You like the fact that F-19 Airlines doesn't get regular maintenance. And that's chaotic. You might get on a plane that goes somewhere and you might not. You might fly or you might crash and burn. You like that type of stuff. You don't want to fly United or American Airlines or anything like that, an airline with some structure to it, that get regular maintenance, that's strict on how things are going. But those are the planes that get where they get to their destinations. F-19s never get to their destination, not without a million mishaps along the way. And you like the chaos of those mishaps. You like living by the seat and the edge of your pants. You like that type of energy that he brings to you because it resonates with you. And in many of these cases, you're able to either overtly or covertly manipulate the dynamics of that relationship, because the real essence of you liking men that have chaos is that you find them, or you feel as though these men are weak and that you can control them. And this is where liking the so-called bad boy comes from.
Oh, shit. You just thought.
So I need for the ladies to be clear and to be 100% on this. This isn't even about other men not having it together. You avoid those men because they have it together. You like the bad boy because you're not even really looking for a man that's giving you the 4 P's, because that comes with stuff. You want that. You want provision and procreation and problem solving and protection. You want it. But when you're young and out there and you're popping, you figure you can do without it, and you figure what he's giving you is enough, because he's definitely giving you the procreation. He may or may not, he might be giving you provision, so you like that, the money and the sex.
Boy, she's hitting on that.
But he's not necessarily problem solving, and his protection is chaotic, because he'll go all out and kill somebody and get himself killed on your word without checking your word, or without being sure about the veracity of your word. Okay, so men that actually can provide provision, problem solving, protection, and procreation actually come with a better value system, because they have to have more order for things to go the way that they need to go. You don't like order because order puts you in a certain position, and it doesn't allow you to manipulate the dynamics of the relationship. So while there are multiple things that may go into you liking the bad boy, that's the real core of it, is that you like the chaos of not having a value system and needing one. But you don't got it. To let you be free. She
said free.
You like it because there's less accountability there.
There we go.
Dealing with the so-called bad boy. There's less accountability because he doesn't really hold himself accountable in a lot of different ways.
I said no accountability earlier. I said that earlier. And the thing about it is, too, she hit me with something new when she said that weak thing. I'm going to talk about that at the end, because I got a couple of things I want to say about that. Because I'm going to go at the end of that. Let's let her finish this, because we only got a few more minutes of her. But I'm going to talk about that weak thing in a second.
All right. So I would like everyone to sound off in the comment section. Do you agree that this is the real crux of the matter for Black women liking these bad boys and these F-19s? Or do you think it's another reason altogether? So I would like everyone to sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't not done that. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
All right. So I mean, y'all heard her, and I want to talk about that thing when she said the weak thing, because I have never thought about that from that point of view before. I've always thought about it like, okay, well, you just like it. When she hit with the chaotic thing, I was like, yeah, that could be more of it. But the thing of it is those women do actually want to control those relationships a lot more too. You know, they think they can control it. They think they can. I don't know what the problem be with that, but she actually said that. And the weakness thing is more that the guy don't got no structure. So you ain't got no structure. You ain't gonna check nobody. Ain't gonna be no checking of nothing. So you can just do whatever. She's actually right about that, and that's some new junk that I hadn't even thought about myself. But it's something I'm gonna make a video about because yeah, it's a angle that guys need to look at this from. So I think she did a good job today of explaining this right here. I think it can fit for most women. Yeah, she's saying black women, but I think it can fit for all women. But the thing of it is in these cases, we know that it works this way as black people. So she's right about that. But the thing about the guys being weak and the thing about, you know what I'm saying, the chaos, those are some new things that kind of came up to me today. So, it's some things I'm going to start incorporating in my thought process when I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing. But y'all give me the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. If y'all think this was a good video, hit the little 3 buttons, do a little super thanks or super chat or whatever they call it. So I can know which videos are good. Or you can hit the like button. That's actually cheaper for you. So we're going to go with that, either one of those two. Y'all don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, like she was just saying, and just all those things I always have on the channel. I'm at 625 right now. I'm on the way to 650. If you thought this was a good video, help me out with a subscribe. So I'm out of here on this one. We're going to do more videos like this. So I'm subscribed to her, so we're going to be watching like a lot of her stuff. She makes a lot of good points. You know what I'm saying? So this has been why women like bad boys. And we really kind of found out they like them because they're weak. And from a woman's point of view. So y'all think about that. This has been Charles Downey, y'all. This is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. And I'm out of here on this one today, y'all. Peace.